Hi Virgo, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this January career reading for 2024. This is where we're going to look at the month ahead. Where is it that your finances, your job, your career, possibly if you're considering changing careers, this is a really great time to be strategizing as we are in Capricorn and Aquarius season during the month of January. We had Jupiter stationed direct in the sign of Taurus right at the end of December. We have Mercury stationing direct in the sign of Sagittarius on the 1st. And then by time we leave out of January, we will have Pluto moving into a new sign of Aquarius, as well as Uranus stationing direct in Taurus by January 27th. You all, this is huge energy to make new goals, to really strategize how you want to have the rest of 2024 play out for you. So this is what we're going to tap into today. Before we get into it, Virgo, I want to thank you for your likes, subscribes, and comments. Thanks for giving my videos a thumbs up, and thanks for commenting. I appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time to comment. If you have anything that you ever want to reach out to me, if you want to let me know what's going on with you in your career or what you're looking forward to in January, drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. All right, Virgo, let's get right into it. I do have all of the important astrology dates for the month of January in the description box below. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. We start off the first week with the Emperor energy, major arcana in reverse. You have the Eight of Wands in the upright. Week 2 finds you with the Devil card, Capricornian energy there in reverse. Another major arcana, as well as Strength card. You all have a lot of major arcanas here, Virgo. By the time you get to third week, it keeps on going. The Death card in reverse, Scorpionic energy. The High Priestess in reverse. Major arcanas, Virgo. By the time you get to week 4, you have the Page of Wands. And lastly, you end with the Chariot card, which is that Cancerian energy. So leaving out the month, remember back to that full moon in Cancer that we had December 26th. If any of you had any important realizations or information come out at that time, that could be what that Chariot card is pointing to at the end of January. Let's go ahead and pull a card for the themes of where you were leaving 2023. My goodness, your cards are so choppy. And look at that Five of Swords. I don't know if you all were having any kind of tiffs or conversations with people that you weren't getting along at the end of the year, but that is what just flipped over. Let's see where Spirit wants you to look at your end of December. Page of Swords. So remember that Five of Swords flipped over, this Page of Swords. Somewhere in your life, Virgo, when you ended December 2023, if there was any type of important news that came out, many of you all, I think, had some type of realizations possibly at the end of December. I do think some important information was trying to reach you. And if it didn't reach you, it could come during January, since we did have Mercury retrograding most of the month of December. Now we're going to pull a oracle card for the month of January. Let's see where Spirit wants you to focus your energy. And you have heartache and loss. Now, oftentimes heartache and loss can be you are distraught, or you're upset over something didn't go the way that you wanted, or possibly you feel like there's a loss of control. This is a really good month, Virgo, to get clear on what your goals are. And even if you cannot achieve each and every one of them, make sure you have plan B, C, D, E, F, G, okay? Make sure you're not thinking that things have to go in one way in order for you to feel happy, in order for you to feel accomplished. This heartache and loss is showing there could be something that comes up during the month of January that Spirit wants to remind you that you have total control. Don't give up your control to someone else, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Don't let a boss or an entity, your organization tell you you have to do something in one way. Spirit wants to remind you that this beautiful blue color is you tapping into your intuition and remembering that you have more control than you give yourself credit for, okay? So keep that in mind during the month of January. So we can see here with the Emperor and the Eight of Wands, you all are starting off the month with some high, almost like stressful situations, whether it's your job, your career, something is making you feel like you don't have all the control of the Emperor. And by the time you get to this second week, Spirit is reminding you whatever goals that you put forth, you really need to stick to them. That Strength card is reminding you to use tact and, really be diplomatic. But by the time you get to this third week of the month, which I'm calling the big month of January with Pluto moving into the sign of Aquarius, there is this death and, needing to figure out what you no longer need in your life that third week and that Pluto energy, because by the time you get to the end of the month, you're feeling a little more in control, but there's some kind of major news that could reach you by the end of the month that catapults you into a whole different trajectory than when you started the month, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go week by week. Don't forget, I put the dates below in the description box. You start off the first week of January with the Emperor and the Eight of Wands. For some of you all, there is some realization that, hey, this is so much work that I'm not quite sure if I'm going to either finish it all. I've come back from the holidays. I'm, behind. Some of you are feeling this momentum growing as Mercury moves direct on the 1st. We then have Mars entering Capricorn on the 4th. This Emperor is that Mars energy. Like I said, make your goals and determine what is realistic. Maybe you have 3 or 4 different plans just in case your first one doesn't go the way you would like, okay? I do think by time you move into the second week of January, some of you are just feeling like overwhelmed. And I do think that the Strength card is reminding you, if you come into any kind of conversations with people that you're not getting along or you all aren't seeing eye to eye, there is this conversation here of being patient, really making sure that you are speaking your mind, but doing it in a tactful and diplomatic way. I do think that new moon in Capricorn on the 11th, that Devil card is showing you where is it that you need to make solid, firm goals and don't stray away from them, okay? Do not let a boss or anyone intimidate you, okay? By the time you get to the third week of January, this is now where we have Pluto entering Aquarius, Mercury entering Capricorn. Mercury exits its retrograde shadow on the 21st. There is a scorpionic energy here with that Pluto moving into Aquarius. And I do think that many of you all are going to need to use your intuition to determine where is it that you move on from here. Something needs to let go. Something you need to let go of that you have been holding on for too long. And that Pluto moving into Aquarius is reminding you to tap into your intuitive side. Do not trust what you are seeing just with your eyes. Spirit is reminding you that you have so many more goals and dreams than what you see with your senses. I do think by time you get to the last week of the month, we have that full moon in Leo on the 25th, and Uranus retrograde ends in Taurus, and Uranus stations direct on the 27th. There's a surprise, either conversation, announcement, information that finds you at the very end of the month. And I do think it points back to possibly information you heard back around December 26th, December 27th, when we had that full moon in Cancer. This Chariot card is reminding you that even if you don't feel totally in control as you come out of January, give yourself time to adjust to whatever this news is. This could be really benefic news. It doesn't necessarily have to be like negative. It could be really positive, but I definitely think you're still going to need some time to adjust. And I do think that some of you could be hearing news about possibly a new job offer. Some relocation could be offered to you, a raise, something that deals with moving into a new direction that you were not anticipating. So I do think that by time you leave out of January, this heartache and loss is no longer an issue, and you're actually feeling much better about your trajectory, and you're feeling much better moving into February. All right, Virgo, I hope this was helpful for you. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't already checked out the monthly Januaries, they're also up as well. So I will leave the link below. All right, Virgo, I hope you all have a great January, and I'll talk to you later.